In the palm of my hands, I hold one of the most hyped up niche fragrances ever made besides Creed Aventus. I think this is like second place, but seriously, is this fragrance worth the extremely high price tag or not? Because a lot of you are not gonna think so. So that's what I'm gonna cover in this full, honest review of Xerjoff Naxos. Before I get into the scent profile, I wanna detail probably their strongest point, which leads to a lot of bottle sales. This is what the presentation comes to you like. There is an outer shell to this box with the golden Xerjoff on there, the Italian flag. On the back of this box, you're getting some ingredients, information, batch code. But when you open this box, this is where it starts to show the price tag. When you open that, you get this. This is how the fragrance is presented to you. When you open up this, which by the way, is kind of like a leather feel or like a pleather kind of pillow, Xerjoff there with the Xerjoff logo on the front. When you open this up, you're greeted with the Xerjoff logo and this, which is the bottle. These curtains have the Xerjoff writing on them. Open this, revealing the bottle. Very nice presentation. Then you're greeted with the fragrance itself. This is what the fragrance looks like here. Nice looking bottle with this plaque on here with the Xerjoff logo right here where it says Naxos, the 1861 insignia that they have there. The caps, which they are notorious for being very, very sleek and designed very well. I think that they have super nice caps. They're very heavy. And on the top of the atomizer, Xerjoff logo. You get some designs on the glass here on the back. And then on the bottom, your batch code and the concentration of this fragrance, which is Eau de Parfum. Xerjoff 1861 Naxos was made in 2015 in Italy. What does the second most hyped niche fragrance of all time actually smell like? So I'm gonna go over what is listed on Fragrantica before telling you what I actually smell. Top notes of lavender, bergamot, and lemon. Middle notes of honey, cinnamon, cashmeran, jasmine, sambac, and base notes of tobacco leaf, vanilla, tonka bean. When I bought this fragrance, I was told that this is one of the best tobacco fragrances ever made. Everyone hypes up the tobacco and they're talking about it as if it's the best thing in the entire world, like it's gonna solve world hunger or something. The tobacco is nowhere to be seen. I can't find it. And I don't know if this is just to do with recent formulations. The prominent notes to me are the jasmine sambac. I get a very, very high quality smelling lavender scent profile. I get a honey scent profile in a dominant citrus. Now, as this does dry down, you get a slight spicy feel, which I don't know really what that is. It doesn't really smell like cinnamon to me. The problem with this fragrance, a lot of people are going to buy it like I did, thinking this is going to be a masculine smelling fragrance with that tobacco honey combination, which some honey tobacco fragrances are my absolute favorites in my entire collection, but that's not what you're getting here. This is mostly a sweet floral fragrance. Although this fragrance is not what I was expecting it to smell like, it's extremely addictive. It literally smells like a luxury soap. Like you went to a 5-star resort, used your soap, it smells like this, especially with the jasmine lavender combination, giving this very floral dominance. The honey to this is quite smooth. It's not a sticky kind of realistic smelling honey note, but it does smell like honey, almost like a synthetic honey, which is fine. Some people are definitely gonna get old woman vibes from this, or like you're at your grandma's house and used her soap. Like, I'm just gonna be straight up honest. This fragrance is not a masculine smelling fragrance. This is more of a unisex fragrance, almost leaning into the feminine category. The combination of florals and sweetness, especially honey, can give off a very feminine feel. If you're okay with that like I am, this is gonna be totally fine for you. I could honestly wear this nights out all time of the year, dressed up, looking good. That's when I wanna wear this. Typically, what most people are gonna say is that this is a winter fragrance because of the gourmandy sweet edge that this has. So I'm not gonna pinpoint you and say that you have to wear this in winter time, especially if you're gonna get a modern formulation like I have. I mean, just kind of try to stick to night times when you wear this fragrance. I think that this is best suited for anyone 20 and up. If you're a younger man that likes sweet fragrances, not much floral fragrances, it's gonna be a hard blind buy. Do not blind buy this fragrance also, because I think that this is around $320 retail for this 100 ml bottle. That's very risky, but you can find it on discounters like Fragrance Buy, I think for like $220 for this 100 ml, which it's still expensive, I know, but I think that it is kind of worth that price. I literally let this fragrance sit in my collection for over a year before reviewing it, hoping that this would mature and macerate. Did that happen? Yes, a little bit. I can tell that the juice color definitely got darker from when I originally opened it. The one thing that you will notice is that older batches are very dark compared to this. This is very watered down looking. It's very light. Now, older formulations as well, I hear smells slightly different. The performance is slightly different. And a lot of people criticize this fragrance because they watered it down. Is that true? I genuinely don't know. I wear it on very, very special occasions, and a lot of people complimented me while I was wearing it. I wear this dressed up in a suit. I've worn it formal. I've worn it going out in a nice cardigan look. It matched all those quite well, but I would just say when you wear this, definitely try to dress it up a little bit more because it does have that luxurious scent profile behind it. It's not a casual fragrance at all. So what is the performance to Xerjoff Naxos. The fragrance in itself is not the most beast mode fragrance, but what you will find is that the opening is extremely aggressively loud. I did not expect that. That's one thing I noticed also changed. It got stronger over time, but not beast mode. The first initial opening hour is about 3 to 4 feet of initial projection. It's going to completely make you anosmic to this. And then it backs down from being like a screamer of a fragrance to almost like an intimate fragrance. Basically, the performance to me goes like this. It shoots up like it's super strong, and then it just comes crashing down after the first like hour and a half. Literally backs down to being like a half foot of projection within the first like 3 hours. Then it stays like as a half foot projector until like the 6 hour mark before it kind of becomes a skin scent and dies off your skin around the 8 hour mark. 6 to 8 hours of total performance. Performance is a little bit disappointing, but it's still acceptable. This is eau de parfum concentration. 6 to 8 hours of performance is what I would expect. And I don't want this type of fragrance to choke people out because of that honey. It can be very, very cloying if oversprayed. Now, what would I give Xerjoff 1861 Naxos on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm gonna give this fragrance an 8.75 out of 10. I know I sounded like I was talking down on this fragrance the whole time. It's just because I was a little bit disappointed. But as time grew on, this became one of the most addictive fragrances in my entire collection, and I'm very happy to have it. But again, if this had a prominent tobacco note, a little bit stronger performance, I think that this would go to 9.5. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below about Xerjoff's Naxos. What do you think? Let me know as well. And if you like expensive fragrances that smell very luxury, I highly suggest you collect this video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.